Getting ready for a trip? Before you board your flight, there are several important things you should be aware of. This insider knowledge about air travel is more than just interesting facts. It can help you save time and money, and even protect your well-being. Stay with us, because after this, you'll be a much more informed traveler. And if you appreciate travel advice like this, be sure to subscribe to Altitude Diaries to get more secrets the airlines don't share. Chapter 1. Why you shouldn't rely on in-flight Wi-Fi. While in-flight Wi-Fi can be a convenient feature, it is often not very dependable. The connection is delivered via satellite and is prone to being slow, inconsistent, or disappearing completely over large bodies of water or remote areas. The quality of service can differ greatly between airlines, and even on different aircraft within the same airline. If you need to work or want to watch movies, it's best to download all necessary files and content before your flight. You should also be cautious about logging into sensitive accounts or conducting financial transactions, as shared public networks are more susceptible to security threats. Chapter 2. Avoid wearing contact lenses on long flights. If you are a contact lens wearer, you may want to reconsider keeping them in during a long-haul flight. The atmosphere inside an airplane cabin is exceptionally dry, with humidity levels often below 20%, which is drier than many deserts. This environment can cause your eyes to dry out quickly, leading to irritation, redness, and even blurry vision. The problem is made worse if you happen to fall asleep with your lenses in. Seasoned travelers often wear glasses instead or use contact-safe moisturizing eye drops. An even better approach is to pack your glasses in your carry-on and make the switch after you board. Chapter 3. The seatback pocket is not your friend. While the seatback pocket is a handy spot for your book, phone, or a snack, it's also a major hub for germs. The cleaning crew rarely has time to sanitize these pockets properly. And they frequently contain leftover trash like used tissues and food wrappers. To keep your items clean, use a small personal pouch or a crossbody bag for your essentials. Avoid placing anything in the seatback pocket that you might later handle or consume. Chapter 4. Why you shouldn't lean on the window. If you prefer a window seat, this tip is for you. Resting your head against the side of the aircraft might seem like a comfortable way to nap, but you should reconsider. Much like tray tables, the windows on a plane are not regularly sanitized. They have been touched by the hands and heads of countless passengers before you, accumulating germs along the way. Flight attendants have noted that people often do things when they assume no one is looking. A better option is to bring a neck pillow. If you must lean against the window, place a clean scarf or piece of clothing there first. Chapter 5. The real reason you're asked to raise window shades during landing. The request to raise your window shade for takeoff and landing might seem like a minor detail, but it serves an important safety function. In the case of an emergency, having the shades open allows first responders on the ground to see inside the aircraft and evaluate the situation. It also helps your eyes acclimate to the light conditions outside, which can improve your situational awareness. It's a small action that can have a significant impact in an emergency. Chapter 6. What you never knew about the oxygen masks. We've all heard the safety briefing: secure your own oxygen mask before assisting anyone else. But here's a detail most travelers miss. Those masks supply only about 12 to 15 minutes of oxygen. While that may not seem like a long time, it is typically sufficient for the pilot to descend to an altitude with breathable air. Should a mask deploy, your immediate priority is to put it on. Seconds are critical. Don't hesitate by looking for a camera or checking on others. The effects of hypoxia oxygen deprivation can set in rapidly, potentially causing you to lose consciousness without warning. Chapter 7. The hidden reason airlines dim the lights at night. Have you ever wondered about the purpose of dimming the cabin lights for takeoffs and landings at night? It's not simply to encourage passengers to rest. This is a crucial safety measure. In the event of an emergency that causes a power failure, your eyes will have already adjusted to the low light. This pre-adjustment helps you see the emergency path lighting on the floor and other signs more clearly, allowing for a faster evacuation. So, the next time the lights are lowered, know that it's for your safety, not just for atmosphere. Chapter 8. Turbulence isn't as dangerous as it feels unless you're unbuckled. Turbulence can certainly feel unsettling, but modern airplanes are engineered to withstand it. Pilots are often aware of turbulent conditions ahead and can adjust their altitude or route accordingly. The greatest risk during turbulence is to passengers who disregard the seatbelt sign. Each year, numerous people sustain injuries because they were not secured in their seats during unexpected jolts. You should always keep your seatbelt fastened when you are seated, even when the sign is off. This simple precaution could prevent a serious injury. Chapter 9. The secret of the Mile High Club smoke detector. Some travelers may think they can get away with illicit activities in the airplane lavatory. But every bathroom is outfitted with a very sensitive smoke detector. Some of these sensors are even connected directly to the cockpit to alert the pilots. You will not succeed in lighting a cigarette, vaping, or doing anything else that could set off the alarm. Furthermore, disabling or tampering with a smoke detector is a federal crime in many places. It's wise to save those kinds of activities for after you've landed. Chapter 10. Avoiding the airplane bathroom during certain times. You've likely observed that the lavatories are most crowded just after boarding and right before the plane lands. However, these are the least ideal times to use them. Immediately after passengers board, the bathrooms have just been cleaned, but this is often a quick, surface-level job. Just before landing, they are at their most unhygienic after many hours of use. When possible, plan your visit for the middle of the flight when traffic is lower. It's also a good idea to carry your own hand sanitizer and minimize contact with surfaces. Your best bet for a long-haul flight is to use the restroom in the terminal before you board. Chapter 11. That blanket and pillow? They might not be clean. On longer journeys, airlines typically offer blankets and pillows. Since they come sealed in plastic, it's natural to assume they're clean. However, this isn't always the case. Frequently, only the blankets and pillows that were never unwrapped are sent for laundering. If a set was open but not used, there is no assurance that it has been freshly washed. Flight attendants have revealed that these items are often simply refolded and repackaged between flights. If hygiene is a priority, it's best to bring your own travel blanket and pillow. Chapter 12. Never take off your shoes during a flight. On a long flight, the urge to kick off your shoes and get comfortable is strong, but flight attendants advise against it. Firstly, the cabin floor is incredibly dirty. Even if it appears clean, it's often littered with crumbs, spills, and even bodily fluids that have been spot cleaned rather than deep cleaned. Secondly, if you encounter turbulence and need to get up quickly or use the restroom, being barefoot or in socks is not ideal. Furthermore, in the rare event of an emergency evacuation, you may need to move swiftly over surfaces that could be hot or rough. For safety, always keep your shoes on during takeoff, landing, and any time you are out of your seat. Chapter 13. How cabin pressure affects your body. The air pressure inside a commercial airplane is maintained at a level equivalent to being on a mountain at 6,000 to 8,000 feet. This means your body has to work harder to get oxygen into your bloodstream. This is why flying can make you feel tired, give you a headache, or make you feel lightheaded. This lower pressure also causes gases within your body to expand, making bloating and gassiness more common, particularly after eating. You may also experience swelling in your feet and ankles from fluid retention. To counteract these effects, drink plenty of water, limit alcohol, and make sure to move your legs periodically throughout the flight. Chapter 14. Why you should eat light before flying. Enjoying a large meal before a flight to relax might seem like a good idea, but it can cause discomfort once you're airborne. At higher altitudes, the changes in air pressure and reduced oxygen levels cause your digestive system to slow down. When you combine this with the confined seating and lack of movement, you have a perfect environment for bloating and indigestion. Instead, opt for a light meal, limit your salt intake, and stay away from carbonated beverages for a more comfortable flight. It's also smart to pack some healthy snacks in case the in-flight food options are not to your liking. Chapter 15. The truth about air vents. Keep them open. You might be inclined to turn off the personal air vent above your seat to feel more comfortable, but these vents can actually serve as a form of protection. The stream of air can establish a barrier that helps push airborne germs away from your personal breathing zone. In fact, many medical professionals suggest keeping the vent on and aimed directly in front of your face. For added protection, especially if you have health concerns, combining this with a mask can significantly improve your chances of avoiding illness. Chapter 16. Flight attendants' secret codes and clues. Flight attendants have a system of private codes and hand gestures to communicate with each other without causing alarm. You might notice specific hand signals, touches on galley equipment, or unique buzzer sounds. These signals can convey information about upcoming turbulence, a difficult passenger, or the need for a security check. This system is designed to maintain smooth operations while keeping the cabin environment calm. So, if you observe the flight crew acting in a particularly synchronized manner, you are likely seeing this behind-the-scenes communication at work. Chapter 17. The truth about in-flight announcements. Have you ever found announcements from the cockpit to be a bit vague, such as, "We'll be experiencing some light turbulence," or, "We're just waiting for some paperwork"? This is often intentional. Airline policies frequently guide flight crews to communicate in a way that avoids causing passenger anxiety. Light turbulence might actually be moderate, and a delay due to a mechanical problem may be described in the least alarming terms. This isn't meant to deceive, but rather to maintain a calm cabin. If you hear an announcement like, "We'll be on the ground shortly," it often signals a delay or a change in routing. By paying attention to the phrasing, you may get a better sense of what's really happening. Air travel can be much less stressful when you're aware of what's going on. This insider information can help you have a safer, smarter, and more comfortable journey. Whether it's steering clear of a contaminated tray table or knowing the real meaning behind the seat belt sign, each piece of knowledge significantly improves your travel experience. If this information was useful to you, please like this video and subscribe to Altitude Diaries for additional travel hacks, flying tips, and ideas for your next destination. Have a safe trip, and we'll see you again soon.